John King for SevereMMA alongside Danny Roberts, Cage Warriors Academy in Liverpool. But back to your roots, you spent a while in Liverpool. What's it like to be back?
It's amazing, always. I'm actually not scheduled to be here right now, so like I've had a little bit of a overlaps as far as like my time schedules and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, obviously with me still being on home soil now, of course I'm going to come here. Of course I'm going to check out the new up-and-coming talent, and yeah, it's a good show to be at.
Of course. Originally, I thought that the UFC coming to Liverpool. What did you make of that? Obviously, didn't get to fight on the card, but it's a massive statement, massive event for Liverpool.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. There's massive things for the city. Obviously, puts the city on the map. As you know, you've got likes of Darren Till, me as well. I'm fighting out the city, doing big things as far as, you know, putting people on the map and, you know, representing ourselves and where we come from. So I feel like, you know, with the way everything that went that night, UFC definitely going to come back. Yeah. I want to be on that show next time they come back. The atmosphere in there was amazing. Darren Till made it pretty special, and all the fans and that, they really did show up. And yeah, the night was pretty special.
Yeah. Obviously, personally, coming off a big knockout win quite a while back, fighting on Hamburg against Alan Jouban, big name and a big fight, gained a lot of traction online. What are the feelings so far? Quite a while out.
The feelings they're electric right now. Yeah. This is the fight that I've wanted for a long time, and it's been a little bit of a crazy one because coming into the UFC and you know you have a way to the top, you have a scout system. Alan Jouban's been part of that. I feel like him. His tools, his arsenal, what he brings to the table is only going to bring out the best in me, and it's going to showcase some special moves for me. So yeah, I can't wait to get out there, perform, and really kind of put myself on the map.
Yeah, I mean, prior to this one, you fought Nordi in Taleb, and it was, I don't think anyone expected that to happen. Obviously, you got finished very early, and it was maybe a fluke, you say, but going into the last fight, you seemed like, you know, fired up. It is an understatement. Is that kind of that fire kind of riding through you? Have you still got that fire coming off the win?
You know what? People look at me now. I've had 6 fights in the UFC. So this is going to be my 7th scheduled fight. I've been around the block, and I've overcome adversity. And anyone that doesn't know me, they'll always be they'll be against me, and they may say 1 or 2 things. But like I say, I've always been the person who's prevailed, who's always come on top. So for me now, I feel like I've really found myself at home now in the UFC. So if these hands find themselves at home, and they're going to continue to do that, bro. I'm someone who pours my heart and everything into fights, and I'm passionate about what I do, bro. So like I say, as far as a career and what's still to come, there's going to be some eventful moments.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's a lot of fighters that get in there, and it's a normal day. Like they're walking into work with you. It seems you get so fired up and ready. Is it hard to do that multiple times a year, or is it easy to get fired up for a fight?
Yeah, it's easy to get fired up for a fight. Listen, we get the notice, and obviously with the UFC, that good of an organisation, we get plenty of time to, you know, get a feel out for the person we're fighting, visualise everything that goes with it. So, come fight time, you're more than ready to be able to do what you need to do that night to be able to take that next step up the ladder and get closer to your dreams. So, for me, it's an easy switch to switch on. You know, it's something that I've had from young, and that natural fire. Yeah, I can put it on when I need to.
Yeah. Of course, a lot of fighters have, you know, let's for example, a 5-year plan. They look into the future a fair bit. In terms of, you know, accomplishing your dreams, winning titles and all that, do you have a plan in terms of that, or do you take it fight by fight?
Me, I've always been somebody who's, you know, I've looked in the mirror a lot, and I've always battled myself from when I was young, to be able to prevail and come away from the life that I once had. So it's just all about constant competition with myself. I want to be the best fighter I can be. I know that I'm going to have some of the best fights in the world against some of the best, you know, people walking this planet. So for me right now in this era with the stacked competition that we've got in my weight category in the UFC division, it's perfect. And, you know, I count my blessings as much as I'm ready to go forward and start really making names and, you know, taking people off the list.
Yeah. You were obviously training with the Black Stallions for a while. That team kind of disbanded. Where are you now in the States? Where are you training?
There's a gym, Hard Knocks 365, comprised of a few coaches there. We've got Mario Sperry, Greg Jones, with wrestling. We got like likes of Gilbert Burns, obviously Henry Hoof is a head striking coach there. Cammy Baziri as well, he's there. So, you know, the likes of Robbie Lawler, Luke Rockhold, Michael Johnson, Michael Chandler. Yeah. The gym's very extensive. We've got everything we need in one area, and I think statistically, you look on paper, and since our gym has actually been established and we've been fighting, I think we've got like a 90% knockout ratio, and I think we've only lost like 2% of our fights or something crazy like that. So we're doing really well for the small space of time we've been together and established. And I think it's just a level of understanding there as athletes, and everyone's kind of like a family. Do you know what I mean? So they just help each other build and move forward.
Yeah. Since joining the UFC, I mean, you're a big star on Cage Warriors. Since joining the UFC, you've kind of got that push from the promotion. You've kind of backed you a little bit. Do you feel that? Obviously, you feel it here in the UK. But do you feel that overseas in America? Do you get a lot of attention there?
Yeah, well, I'm actually based in South Florida, so it's very like very cultural in a sense. You got a lot of people from the islands coming across, Hispanics and stuff like that. But do believe that they are smack bang into their UFC and their MMA over there, and there's been some of the strangest moments. People come up to me speaking a different language, and then they just come out with hot chocolate, and I know what they're talking about. But yeah, it's loved over there, and you're appreciated, and it's nice to come home. Listen, this time that I've been home, the last 3 weeks with UFC Liverpool, with the Cage Warriors event, the amount of people that have come up to me and just shared the love, and you know, it's something that I appreciate. So I got to say thank you to Liverpool for that, for making me feel at home when I'm here. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just looking forward now to just keep moving forward and continue to put the city on the map and myself.
Of course. What's the plan now? Obviously fighting in Hamburg, as I mentioned. When does camp start, and what's the plan up until then?
I've basically already been in camp. I'm already training.
Yeah.
I've had today as a rest day. I'm going to be back in training tomorrow, Sunday. I've got a little bit of dynamic work that I'm going to be doing leading up to me actually leaving and going to the States next week. Then I'll be over there for 6 weeks straight, week weight cut over in Germany. We'll be ready to go.
Yeah. Perfect, Danny. Hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Thank you very much. Good luck in Hamburg.